Dr. Renee Krieger with us. She's a family psychotherapist. We'll have her on in just a few minutes. But there are so many people, and they're not looking for this, but we have to do the right thing. We're going to start off with Chaim Deutch, the head of the Flatbush Shomer. Is he with us?
Chaim, are you there? Chaim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chaim, have you had a chance to listen so far? Yeah. Is there anything, Chaim, you guys, the Shomrim, there's no words to describe what you guys accomplish, what you guys make happen. Anything else that you can add to this, on the one end, a beautiful story of communities coming together. It was not even community, it was the whole world coming together. I'm not kidding. The entire world, this became an international story, a story throughout America,
well,
with people, right.
We received hundreds of emails from everyone in the country, throughout the country. And many of them were, non-Jews.
I spoke to many a Catholic personally on the phone who not only expressed their condolences. I have letters and stuff in my office piling up of things that people want us to get to the family.
They want to donate. People looking where to
donate.
donate.
I just want to tell you though that I just hung up with one of my coordinators, Baruch Moskowitz. He's upstate New York, and there's never such a time that you're proud to be part of an organization, whether it's Shomrim, Chaveirim. And Baruch just told me, he said that he wasn't sure. He got an aliyah. They stopped in the middle of shul to say thank you to him and to say thank you to Shomrim. And I said, hey, that's very funny. Were you in my shul? Because they did the same thing to me. And the other members that I spoke to throughout the night, the Karasatov, the way the people reacted to, watching how everyone, when there's a crisis in the community, how people band together, come together, Jews and non-Jews alike, just get together and work together. I had a reporter that called me and says, that he just refused to cover certain areas of this case, and that's how emotional this person was, and that touched my heart. And we had other people coming in, African Americans, like I said, not Jews and non-Jews alike, just taking flyers, giving them out, getting so involved. And, it's a child.
Yeah, I think everybody understood that it could have been their child. This child was as innocent as any child in the world, just walking down the street, coming home from day camp, and everybody understood, this is my child, and they felt it, and they reacted to it, and, the Shomrim and all the others we'll talk about just deserve amazing credit. Shani.
I just want to mention that at the LEIBY, at the funeral, Ruchi Kleinman and I, and my Yiddish is not the best, but we were trying to translate some of the eulogies, the spadim that were being made for LEIBY, and we were translating to the best of our ability to two Hispanic women who came from downtown Manhattan
from Harlem
after work. One of them was going home, and this was already at 11 o'clock at night. One of them was going to go home to Harlem, and one of them was going to go home to the Bronx. And we said, that's unbelievable that you came. They said, how could we not? He was a 9-year-old child. It could have been our son. We're heartbroken.
That's truly a wonderful, wonderful story. And I just want to say that, we have plenty of credits to give to people. And, at this time, I don't think it's about credits. I think every person in not only the community, in the world, the people that, this tragedy touched their hearts, deserve some type of credit, because people did one thing or another to help the situation, to try to get LEIBY back. And I think now is time to move forward. It's time to the community to try to deal with themselves. And I can't tell them, there's nothing I can say to anyone, how to deal with this tragedy, except to try to analyze it and say, how can you be a better person? How can you be a better Jew? Treat your neighbors right. Do things different in your life.
Exactly. Yeah, right. If we don't do that, then it was in vain. It really was. I mean, we have to do that, and not just for a couple of days, but for a much longer period of time. Again, I thank you for, you're doing this all the time, Chaim. not for a living, as a volunteer, as the leader of the Flapper Showroom, you and Yankee Daskal in Borough Park, with all the volunteers. So from all of us, thank you for what you do 365 days a year.
Thank you, Dov. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chaim. That was Chaim Deutch. Amazing. So many people involved. We're going to have later on in our show one of the young men who saw the car and actually saw the perpetrator before the police got there. We have that person, his name is Baruch. He is going to tell exactly how he and his brother were in a car trying. Everybody was trying to help. Everyone was trying to do. Everyone was just trying to make a difference. I just want to mention before I go further, I had started, I think it was Tuesday morning, I had offered $5,000 leading to the safe return of LEIBY, and then suddenly, I was getting hit from all over the place by this one, that one, another 10, another 15, another 20, and we went to over $100,000. So I want to announce tonight that obviously there was no safe return, but I'm taking my $5,000 and I'm giving it directly to the family, to a fund set up to help the family. That $5,000 is going to them, and other money that people committed. There are all kinds of suggestions as to what should be done, and we'll deal with that. But at least the $5,000 that I started with that morning, because I just wanted, it was funny. I was just hoping. In fact, I got the okay from the parents to actually do this. So we're doing that. Also, let me just throw out, and then we'll go to our special guest who's here with us in the studio, because people are asking everywhere I go, what is going to change? Yeah, we got to treat each other better, but in terms of our children, how should we deal with our children? How much should we tell them? People telling me, well, I used to let my child walk to the grocery store. No more. I'm not letting that happen anymore. So we're going to talk to a professional who will give us some advice on some of this. And one other thing I want to mention, just because I want to run out of time, is that myself and Peter Abadi, Assemblyman Abadi, with Senator Diane Savino, are introducing legislation. It's called the LEIBY Initiative, and that is for the purpose. We want to encourage people to buy surveillance cameras at their houses. It's good for their own safety, and it will also, what led to the eventual apprehension of this murderer were the few surveillance cameras at commercial establishments that was put together. And those cameras ended up giving the police some idea as to where to start. For the first 24 hours, that's a good question why it took more than 24 hours. We'll deal with that another time. But it was those cameras where we saw LEIBY walking down 44th Street. To me, when I look at those pictures, I cannot control myself. When I see the pictures of LEIBY walking down 44th Street, happy-go-lucky 8-year-old, like there's not a worry in his world. Why he didn't turn into 13th, where his mother was waiting, we'll never know. But so we're going to do everything in the world to encourage people to get these cameras. Even if a few people get them on the block, the more cameras you have, the more safe your neighborhood is.